Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is one that I'm so excited to film for you guys because I've been collecting stuff for this video for genuinely about 6 months at this point, maybe a little bit longer. But I've pretty much been collecting the minis, the travel size, the samples, the deluxe samples, testers of as many products as I could find, and then I put them all together, and today we're going to be doing a full face of samples video. So this video has actually been done a couple of different times. I actually looked it up on YouTube. 5 years ago, Tiffany created a video called Full Face of Makeup for free, and then a year later, 4 years ago, Amy Loves Makeup did Full Face of Samples challenge, and then I've seen the Full Face of minis going around. I've seen a few different variations, but overall those are the two first people that I could find that created this video. So I'm really excited. As I said, I've been collecting this for so long, so I cannot wait to see what we create. So let's get into this video. Also, in case you're wondering what is on my nails, I found this in my collection. This is such an old nail polish. This is the China Glaze Flip Flop Fantasy nail polish. Do you guys remember China Glaze? This was literally the only nail polish on YouTube. Like, I swear OPI and China Glaze were like the two main nail polish brands that everyone hoarded. It was during that time where everybody had those acrylic racks of like layers and layers and rows of nail polish, and this is one that I literally just found in my collection. I haven't used it in genuinely a couple of years, but it was really good. It's a little bit streaky and a little bit chalky, but it dried in like 10 seconds. I have got 3 coats of that on and I love it. It's so neon. I am obsessed. It's super pretty. So I've collected literally every single sample, deluxe sample, over, I think it might have been actually maybe over 6 months in this package. I literally have got it filled to the absolute brim. Like, if you can kind of see that, it's completely covered. And then those top 2 products that you can see in the top are what I just thought would be my best option for eyeshadow palettes, because it's very hard to find eyeshadows in a deluxe sample, a complimentary sample, a gift with purchase, that type of thing. But pretty much everything in here, look, you guys, oh my gosh, it is so full. You can even see I've got a candle in the back there. So I've literally collected everything, so I'm excited. So the first 2 things that I have to talk about are actually the shampoo and conditioner that I used in my hair. So this is the Briojio Scalp Revival Charcoal and Coconut Oil Micro-Exfoliating Shampoo. This was one of the most interesting products I've ever used. It's actually one of the first products I've ever tried from Briojio. This is like black in color and it almost looks like a charcoal face mask. So when I first put it in my hair, it was so weird because it didn't really like smooth into the hair, but as soon as I washed that first one out and then redid it, because I always double shampoo my hair, it was actually pretty nice. It kind of had like a minty tingly sensation, which I kind of liked. And then my conditioner in this case was actually a mask. This is the Coco and Eve Like a Virgin Super Nourishing Coconut and Fig Hair Mask. This was divine. I'm not even kidding. When I literally put this in my hair, it's just to kind of towel dry your hair out a little bit. I just kind of removed the excess water and then applied it into my hair, left it for like 5 minutes while I was shaving my legs, rinsed it out, and my hair was like baby soft, and it stayed super soft for like 1 day. It's only been a day. I just washed my hair last night, but it feels super hydrated. So I love this. I'll actually be purchasing the full size and trying out a few more products from Coco and Eve because I was pleasantly surprised. Okay, so just spent the last 15 minutes organizing all of my samples into their categories, and I'm learning very quickly that primers seem to be the go-to product that brands tend to put as little deluxe samples, because I've got like 4 times as many primers as I do pretty much every other category. So I have only just cleansed my face and toned, so I do want to use a little bit of skincare. I literally have so many different things like hair masks, face masks, cleansing balms, moisturizers, another mask, Nurse Jamie Miracle Oil, Discipline Dreamy Skin Oil, misters, eye balms, everything. So the first thing that caught my eye is this product from Dr. Barbara Sturm. This is the Hyaluronic Serum. I know that Hailey Bieber, or at the time Hailey Baldwin, was a massive fan of the Glow Drop, so I cannot wait. So excited. So this is what the sample size came like. It is huge. This was a deluxe gift with purchase. This is actually 10 mils, which is super generous. So I'm going to take the little pipette. I'm going to take some into the palm of my hand. I'm going to take about 3/4 of a pipette, rub that between my hands, and I'm going to go right ahead and start massaging that into the skin. This is like pure concentrated hyaluronic acid, which is a miracle ingredient for the skin. Your skin naturally produces it, but never enough. It actually has the capability of holding 1,000 times its weight in water. So if you think about 1,000 little water balloons coming from the air, going into your skin and bursting and plumping you from the inside out, that's what hyaluronic acid actually does, and this is absorbed in pretty much immediately. So I'm just going to take my hands and just kind of press the remainder into the skin, but it feels so good. Never forget the neck. So the next thing that's caught my eye is actually one of the products from Shiseido. This is the Ultimune Power Infusing Concentrate. I have purchased the full size of this, like the largest one, but I haven't used it yet. So I'm excited to try it out, at least in the deluxe sample. So here is what the packaging looks like. It is so cute. It looks just like the regular size, but obviously in a little mini. It is so adorable. Once again, obviously this is a deluxe size. I'm just gonna pour a little bit onto my hand. That's the texture. Quite runny. Once again, I'm going to rub that between my hands and just go right ahead and smooth that onto the skin. This smells really good. It smells really clean. So next for moisturizer, I'm going to try out the Kat Berkey Vitamin C Intensive Face Cream. I've heard the best things about this. Everyone I know obsesses over this product, and I cannot believe I forgot I had a little mini tester of it. So here's what the cream looks like. So you can see it's not too thick, but it definitely does hold its own shape. So I'm just going to take a little bit of that. It definitely does melt as soon as you kind of rub your hands together. And I'm just going to predominantly put it around the cheek because that's where I normally find that I want the most hydration. And then just take whatever's left and just rub it everywhere else. So next we've got eye cream. So this one right here is the Dr. Dennis Gross Hyaluronic Marine Duo All Eye Gel. Comes in a tiny little deluxe sample. I did my best to grab as many deluxe samples as I could. So it comes with its own little pump. So I'm just going to take probably about a pump, which is about that much product. You can see I've got it there on my ring finger. So I'm just going to take that underneath the eyes, in between the forehead, and then usually around where I have smile lines. And then lastly, to top off our skincare, we've got a lip balm. So this is the Ven Effect, which is a brand I've actually never heard of. Anti-aging lip treatment, deeply hydrates, naturally plumps, and helps prevent vertical lines. Immediately, it feels really cooling. Like it almost feels like a gel within like a lip balm. Has a little bit of a taste too. Maybe apple? Pear? Something like that. So yeah, that's pretty much it for skincare, but we have a ton more samples right here. We've got the Summer Fridays Jet Lag Mask, which I really want to play with. The Milk Makeup Cooling Product, Drunk Elephant TLC, another Dr. Dennis Gross product. We've got a Motivitska Daily Vitamin C. We've also got Sunday Riley Luna, which is a retinol oil. We've also got a spray as well. And then lastly, another serum. So you can see there's a stack more other little mini samples, deluxe samples that we can try out in another video if you want to see it. So next we've got primers. Do you literally see how many primers I've got in my hand right now? At least 15 primers in my hand, and they kind of go all the way back there if you can see how many there are. So clearly brands love to give out primers. So after looking at the primers, I think I'm going to try out these two. This is the Milk Makeup Blur Stick and the Cover FX Mattifying Primer with Anti-Acne Treatment. We'll try out both of these because I'm really interested in seeing how they go. So here's what the packaging looks like. It is so cute and so little. I'm obsessed. It's kind of like a little roll-up stick type of packaging. So from what I kind of know, I think I'm meant to apply this just into the areas where we do have slightly more larger pores. I've heard mixed reviews on Milk Makeup. I think the bronzer is really good from what I've kind of heard, but I feel like everything else kind of gets like good and bad reviews. So far, I don't mind this. I actually like it. And then I'm going to try the Cover FX primer, which looks like this. It's got the little green label on it. So next for foundation, we've got 4 different options here. So the first one is the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea Quench Hydrating Primer and the Rainforest of the Sea Water Foundation. So it has a few different shades right there. We also have the Tarte Amazonian Clay 12-Hour Full Coverage Foundation with a few more shades. We've got the MAC Studio Fix Fluid SPF of 15 in the shade NC25. And I think I might go on with this one because it's the cutest to look at. This is the Bare Minerals Bare Skin Pure Brightening Serum Foundation in the shade Bare Beige 08. So it says on the back to shake it up. And for brushes, I did actually recently do a Real Techniques haul, so I'll leave that in the eye up here or up here for you. But I bought a bunch of these little mini cute brushes, so I figured this is the perfect time to try them out. So we'll try out the number 200, which is the Mini Expert Face Brush. So it looks like this. It is literally such a cute little brush. We're gonna go right ahead and use that to apply the foundation. When you open her up, oh, she is kind of exploding everywhere, but she does kind of have like a pipette type of packaging. So I'm going to take about 5 drops, but I can tell already this packaging is going to get really messy. And I'm going to take my little Mini Expert face brush. I cannot, she's so cute. I bought a stack of these. So once again, go check out that haul because I really enjoyed doing it. And I'm going to go right ahead and start applying that to the skin. It does say it's a serum foundation, so I can tell already we're going to have to build her up quite a bit. So I'm going to take a little bit more of her. I reckon like another 4 pumps, and see if I can kind of build her up, because I did just kind of apply that to the whole entire cheek and it doesn't seem to be building very well. To be honest, I don't think I like this. It feels really, really greasy and emollient, and I literally just checked on the website and it turns out they don't even sell this anymore. Yeah, I should have checked that before starting, but to be honest, I don't think I like this. So what I might do instead is I'm actually going to take a concealer sample. This is the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye Full Coverage Anti-Aging Waterproof Concealer. This shade here called Light Tan, I feel like is going to be a perfect match for my face. So I'm just going to actually use the shade Light Tan all over my face to kind of pick up the coverage. And then I might even go in with the shade Light Fair underneath my eyes. So I went right ahead and just opened up Light Tan, which is 14.0W. It is so thick. So I might even just start by warming that up on my hand, and maybe I'll start by dotting it around the face and see if I can kind of pick up the coverage, because as I said, I don't like that foundation personally. So I might actually just start by buffing that out and seeing if I can get a little bit more coverage. By the way, I love this little brush. It is so nice to hold. It literally is like the perfect size. I do feel like maybe that Bare Minerals foundation is kind of making this feel a little bit heavier than it probably would. I mean, obviously I am taking a concealer all over the face, so it is going to feel somewhat heavy. And obviously this is meant to be more of a fuller coverage concealer, which I wouldn't say it's too full, because I mean, I am building it up quite a bit. But so far, I actually feel like around the forehead where I've got nothing but the skincare and the primer underneath, I think I prefer it. I am feeling like this shade is maybe even just a little bit light, so I think I might just take the same shade underneath the eyes as my concealer, because I think if I go too bright, I'll look really, really washed out. So for powder, I do have 2 different options right here. I've got the Makeup Forever HD powder and the Laura Mercier Translucent Loose powder. So I might go in with Laura underneath the eyes. And then I've got this powder by MAC. This is the Studio Fix Powder Plus Foundation in NC20 for the rest of my face. So I've just taken off the seal. So I'm just going to go right ahead and just tip some of that powder into the lid. So it took a little while, but I did manage to get some powder out. So I'm just going to take that same brush, coat it into the powder, take my finger and just kind of blend out the concealer, because as you can see on my upper lid, it's definitely creasing, and it is definitely not my favorite for around the nose. It does kind of feel really like balmy in a way. And then I'm just going to take that powder and really start by pushing that underneath the eyes. And then for the rest of the face, I might go in with this one. It's so cute. This is the Mini Multitask brush for blush and bronzer. So it looks like this. Taking the Multitask brush, which is so cute, and the MAC Studio Fix powder in the shade NC20. It does actually come with its own little sponge, but I'm not going to use that one today. I'm actually going to go right ahead and just try to set the entire face with this, because as I said, my face does feel really, really slippery, and I feel like because I did have to use quite a bit of the concealer to try and get as much coverage as I can, I do feel like my base could do with even more coverage, because you can see a lot of my scarring kind of peeping through. This pimple isn't covered at all, so I might have to conceal her a different way in a second. I feel a little bit better, but I do think so far I still don't think this is a very flattering base on me. So next for bronzer, I really did struggle to find a mini or a deluxe size or a sample or anything, so I'm going to go right ahead and just use 2 full-size products. The first one is the Balm Bahama Mama bronzer, and the next one is the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Dark, which looks like this. I do wish that I had something that I could use, but I'm just going to use this one to warm up my face and this one to contour. And then to apply that, I'm going to take this little cute mini brush from Real Techniques. It's the Mini Medium Sculpting Brush, so we'll go right ahead and try her out. So I'm first going to tap into Bahama Mama. I know she's quite pigmented, so I'm going to tap her off, and I'm just going to start patting her into the hollows. See what I mean? It's super pigmented, but I know I could use the color. My face is definitely lighter than the rest of my body right now. So already, just with a little bit of contour, I feel so much better. I feel like on camera it's looking a little bit harsh, but in reality it's super subtle. But I feel so much better just having a little bit of color to my face so far. And then I'm going to take the same brush into the Mineralized Skin Finish in the shade Dark, and I'm going to start kind of applying that a little bit higher just to warm up my skin. This brush is so nice, it's super soft. I might even take just a little tiny bit of whatever's remaining underneath the eyes, because for some reason it's looking super light underneath there. I feel like in reality it doesn't, but for some reason on camera it looks super contrasted. So next for blush, I've got the cutest little, the Balm Hot Mama blush. And I figured we'd go right ahead and apply it with the big pink brush from this set. This is the On Location Mini Brush Trio. So I'm going to take that brush and apply my blush. Look at how small it is. It is so cute. So I'm going to take quite a lot of that to add some color to my cheek. As you can see, it's like a peach with a strong gold reflect. I'm actually going to take that all over the cheek area, kind of up into my highlight, across my nose. It's super blushy, I love. It's a really interesting color. Because I'm not doing too much to the eye, I figured we'd make this super statementy. Here are the other options that I had for blush, which once again I'll use a little bit later. So next for highlight, I've got 4 different options. I've got 2 of the liquids from Benefit, which I might use next time. And then I've got these 2 right here. I've got one from Hourglass, but I actually have my eye on this Iconic London Illuminator in the shade Original. I love how on the side it says be original, be iconic. I think that is super cute. Here is what she looks like. Is this not the cutest packaging ever? Once again, this is a deluxe size. This is the shade Original, as I mentioned. So I'm just gonna take, oh my goodness, she's blinding. Literally a drop. And I'm gonna take this Real Techniques Mini Liquid Glow highlighting brush, which looks like this. She is so cute. I love her. And I'm going to dip into the product and start applying that to my highlight spots. We'll see how this goes because as you saw earlier, I did powder her, but I feel like she seems to be sitting pretty well over powder. That is super pretty. So next for brows, I've actually got 3 of these adorable little Anastasia brow wiz in the shade Medium Brown. I'm gonna go right ahead and use one of these. They're so cute, I can't even. So I'm just gonna start filling in my brows. I don't mind the color. I initially thought it was going to be too light for me, but I actually think it turned out pretty well. I might just whack in a little bit of my old packaging of the Benefit Gimme Brow. This one is in the shade Medium Deep, but I'm pretty sure they all have numbers now. I think they look pretty good. They're not perfect, but they're pretty good. So next for eyeshadow primer, I've got a tiny little sample packet of the Nars Smudge Proof eyeshadow base. So I'm just going to rub that between my fingers. I love the clear one. I feel like so long as you've got a little bit of concealer on, it really does make a massive difference. For eyeshadow palettes, I did pull out 2 of my smallest eyeshadow palettes. So I've got the Urban Decay Beauty with an Edge. This is actually part of a set. It came with an eyeliner and then a setting spray, which I actually did bring over here, but we're going to use a different one. This is honey scented. And the inside of this palette is so beautiful. It looks like this, so I cannot wait to use that one. And then the second one that I brought up, just in case we needed it, was the Smashbox Full Exposure Mini Travel Palette, which looks like this. I accidentally dropped it, so please don't mind the fact that it is a little bit abused already, but literally I'm the most clumsiest human. Since the only mini eye brush I have from Real Techniques is actually part of this set, I figured I'd just go right ahead and use a full-size set. This is the Your Eyes Enhanced Starter Set. This one is actually the older packaging, so I think you guys don't mind if I go right ahead and try her out. So I'm first going to start off by taking the Urban Decay eyeshadow palette. It is so beautiful. I love that little bee. And the shade Sticks, which is this middle shade here, the more caramel tone, with the Real Techniques base shadow brush. And I'm going to tap into her and I might just run her all over the eye. I don't really plan on doing anything too dramatic, so I'm running it all the way from the eyelid to the crease. I might go and take the eye brush, which is a little purple brush from this set, into the same shadow because it's a little bit smaller. And I'm going to start running her underneath the lower lash line. Next, I'm going to take my finger and I'm going to go into this shade right here called California Honey. And I'm just going to take it directly onto the tip of my finger. And I'm just going to pat her kind of in the middle of my eyelid, just to give her a little bit more dimension. But overall, I do kind of want it to be like a monochromatic brick look. And then I might go into the full-size eye set and take the accent brush into Buzzed, which is the bronze. And I might just run her along the lower lash line really tight to my lashes. Yeah, I love the way that that kind of looks against my lower lash. I think it's a little bit more unique and interesting. So far, those 3 shadows that I have tried so far blended like a dream, worn on super smoothly. And I feel like once again, if they stuck to this formula and created another palette that has a couple of these exact colors in it, 100% I'd buy it. I love it. It's super, super pretty. So next I might just take one eyeshadow from the Smashbox Full Exposure palette. I might take this 3rd shade up the top. It is a really beautiful like cream shadow on the Pixel Point eyeliner brush. And I might just use her as my inner corner highlight. But I'll definitely use this palette again separately in a different video. So let me know if you're interested in seeing that. So next for liner, I managed to pick up a deluxe sample of the Eyeshadow London Skinny Liquid Liner in black. I was really afraid that I would not be able to find a mini travel size, deluxe size liquid liner, so we'll give her a bit of a go. Hopefully I like her. Definitely a felt tip. It's super matte black. I feel like every now and then the formula is slightly skipping, but honestly nothing too bad. So I don't mind the liner. I feel like there's one spot right here that I can't seem to get it really smooth. But overall, I do really like that it's super dark, it's super black. It's, as I said, quite easy to apply. I'm just worried that the formula might dry out a little bit because it's super matte. Next for mascara, I've got 4 different options. I've got the IT Cosmetics Superhero Elastic Stretch Volume Mascara. I've got the Pure Fully Charged Mascara powered by magnetic technology, whatever that kind of means. And then lastly, I've got the MAC in Extreme Dimension Lash Mascara too. So I feel like maybe we'll try the IT Cosmetics Superhero because I mean, look at that packaging. How could you not? So you can see the inside of that packaging. They really do believe in this mascara. Like those claims are super, super large. That packaging is beautiful. So I'm excited to try it. I've heard really great things. I'm pretty sure Andrea Matalano loves this so much and she's one of my favorite people to watch. That's what it looks like. So let's go right ahead and apply that. So there's one coat. I mean, they do look pretty good. If anything, I would say it's definitely a little bit more lengthening, not so curling, but I'm gonna do a second coat. Oh, definitely the second coat. Second coat is so necessary. And then for lips, we've got a ton of options as well. We've got some nudes, we've got some berry tones, we've got a bunch of like warm pinks, some like mauve tones. I'm really excited. I feel like maybe let's do this one. This is the Anastasia Liquid Lip in the shade Crush. Yeah, I really like that. I think at first I thought it was going to be a bit pink for what I was kind of imagining, but I feel like it goes with my nails really, really well. I like that. And I might keep it matte as well. And then lastly, to set the face, isn't this the cutest little thing? This is the tiniest Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray I've ever seen in my life. So we're going to go right ahead and set the face with this. And then lastly, while our setting spray dries, I figured why not add some fragrance. So this is the Le Labo Suntal 33. Everyone knows this perfume. It is so famous. So it's a tiny tinsy little vial. So just gonna pop her off and just add a little bit of her. I feel like she goes with the vibe today. So yeah guys, this is the finished look. I hope you enjoyed seeing everything that we played with today. It was super fun, a little bit worrying at the beginning, but I think it turned out really, really pretty. If you enjoyed this video, then you know what to do. Please feel free to leave me a like, comment and leave any requests that you have down below in the comment bar. Subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell and drag it all the way down to all to become a part of this family and be notified of all my future videos. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys. This is the JoJo Loves White Rose and Lemon Leaves. We'll light her up later on. Next, Mini Bahama Mama, Hot Mama. Bronzer and blush all over my laptop. Not cute.